I know, this video is a bit late. I took a break from things for the holidays, but ever since the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen started, I knew I wanted to make a video on it, and for the last 6 months, I've been sitting here waiting for it to finish, and it finally is. Now, when I watched the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen, I liked it a lot, but I'm gonna be honest, I lumped it in with anime like Demon Slayer. I told myself I needed to give the story more time to progress, needed to give the characters more time, you know the deal. Now, as season 2 just ended, oh my fucking god, it is good. Honestly, I think it might be my anime of the year. I know a lot of really good things came out this year, from Vinland Saga Season 2 to Frieren to the Attack on Titan finale, and due to Attack on Titan getting disqualified for only having 2 episodes that came out this year, I honestly think that the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen could stand at the top of that list. This video is going to be mainly focusing on Season 2, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but if I had to give Season 1 a rating, it would be an 8 out of 10, because like I said, I liked it a lot, but I wanted to give everything more time to develop. If I had to rate the movie, it would be similar, probably also an 8 for the same reasons, although I did heavily appreciate the plot points that were given more depth and understanding during the movie, but Season 2 genuinely blows both of them out of the water. I'll try not to spoil too much in this video, but still, spoiler warning for those who may not have finished Season 2 of the anime. Immediately after the season started, I could tell I was going to like it more than the first because it dedicated a handful of episodes to Gojo and Geto's past that allowed us to see Geto's reasoning behind turning into a racist. This might be obvious from what I've said already, but it takes more than just great action and animation for something to launch itself into a high rating for me. Jujutsu Kaisen has those things, don't get me wrong, in fact it blew even the first season out of the water in these aspects, but what I was really looking forward to was plot and character progression in order to boost the series in my eyes, and oh boy did it do that. Just for reference, before Season 2 started, I had Jujutsu Kaisen sitting in my top 40 anime, somewhere around there, and after Season 2 finished, it's now in my top 25. Season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen is like McDonald's breakfast, just there, pretty good. Season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen is like McDonald's hash browns, absolutely amazing. There might be some people who don't like it, but we look at those people like they're stupid and continue going about our day. It's hard to explain exactly what makes Season 2 so great without spoiling it all, and like I said, I don't want to do that, but hearing Geto's reasoning behind his actions, hearing characters like Jogo get to justify theirs and explain their worldview and what they're truly after is so satisfying. It causes you to go from this state of hating a character, just not caring when they're on screen, to understanding why there was never any light behind Geto's eyes. And then on the opposite end, seeing characters like Mahito, the embodiment of a curse terrorizing Shibuya, and our poor little MC Itadori, where he goes from refusing to believe he and Mahito are anything alike to fully embracing this cog in a wheel mentality, and even going as far as saying he will kill the curse known as Mahito no matter how many times he reincarnates, no matter how many different forms he takes. Another thing about this season that I absolutely love is the comparisons between Gojo and Sukuna that get explored further. On one side, you have Gojo, the strongest sorcerer of the modern era, and on the other, you have Sukuna, the strongest sorcerer of all time, and now the king of curses. 2 men who walk the path of solitude, as none could match them. None could be their equal. The difference is, this path led Sukuna to turn into a curse, fueled only by malice, and it led Gojo to foster the next generation of sorcerers. It led him to foster a generation of sorcerers that are capable of surpassing him, because it's not enough to be strong if you are alone. Now, before we move on from characters, there's just one thing I have to point out about the second season and Jujutsu Kaisen as a whole. If you've seen the anime or read the manga, there's a good chance you know what I'm talking about, but it's the deaths. I know Jujutsu Kaisen is well known for basically hating their characters at this point, but as a consumer, it's still upsetting when a character that had so much room to grow and shine gets their time cut short just for the shock factor. I know that with one particular character, the death isn't confirmed, but even in the last few months in the manga, an amazing character was seen for what's assumed to be the last time for no apparent reason. I really, in my heart, feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is one step away from excelling to even greater heights than it's already at, but with characters dying for shock factor or just because Gege hates them, even though the death doesn't make any sense, is stopping the anime from reaching the enormous heights it can attain. With that little rant over though, let's get into another thing I think Jujutsu Kaisen does really well, that being the setting. Jujutsu Kaisen does a fantastic job of making this season feel so much darker and making the stakes feel so much higher than they did in the first season, that the only anime I think I can really compare it to in this regard is Hunter x Hunter. They both open their series as a supposed stereotypical battle shonen, and both of them then drastically change the tone with a major, absolutely amazing arc. In Hunter x Hunter, this would be York New, and in Jujutsu Kaisen, this would obviously be the Shibuya incident arc. Overall though, I thoroughly enjoyed this season, loved even. Like I said, there is one thing holding it back from its potential, but it does everything else so amazingly that it still excels despite that. For a final rating, I think I'm going to give the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen a 9 out of 10. But when I tell you it's teetering on a 10, I mean it. It just needs a little step stool to boost it up the tiny bit that it needs to reach it. But anyway, I know most of you guys have probably seen Jujutsu Kaisen and Season 2, but if you haven't, I cannot stress this enough, please watch it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I know this video was a little bit shorter than usual, but I just wanted to get this out before it was too late. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.